Welcome back, curious minds. If you thought you knew about UFOs, think again. In this video, we're going deeper into the unknown. These aren't the usual stories you've heard. These are the ones that make you wonder just how much is still hidden from us. Buckle up, because these are not your typical sightings. One of the most mysterious and dramatic UFO incidents in history took place over Los Angeles in 1942 during World War II, just months after Pearl Harbor. On February 25th, air raid sirens sounded across the city. Military radar had detected an unidentified object approaching the coast, and anti-aircraft guns opened fire. The military fired over 1,400 anti-aircraft rounds at what was described as a mysterious object hovering over the city. Despite the heavy barrage, no wreckage was ever found. The military later claimed it was a false alarm caused by war nerves. However, many eyewitnesses described seeing a large, mysterious craft hovering over the city, leading some to believe this was an early UFO encounter. To this day, no one knows what really triggered the event, making the Battle of Los Angeles one of the most enduring UFO mysteries. On October 4, 1967, the small fishing village of Shag, Harbour, Nova Scotia, became the site of a fascinating UFO encounter. Multiple witnesses, including local fishermen and police officers, reported seeing a bright low-flying object that crashed into the harbour. They described it as a glowing light moving erratically before hitting the water. Concerned citizens alerted the authorities, prompting a search operation by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Despite extensive efforts, including diving and aerial surveillance, no wreckage was found. However, witnesses reported seeing strange lights flickering beneath the surface of the water. The incident was officially classified as an unidentified flying object, sparking theories about a possible alien craft or secret military project. It remains one of the few documented cases in Canada where multiple witnesses reported a UFO sighting, leading to ongoing intrigue and speculation. On the night of the 19th of September, 1976, the Iranian military experienced one of the most puzzling UFO encounters ever recorded. Multiple witnesses, including military personnel, reported seeing a bright object flashing red, green, blue and orange lights over Tehran. The Iranian Air Force scrambled to F-4 Phantom jets to intercept the object. As the jets approached, they experienced equipment malfunctions, with radar and communications systems failing. One pilot, Lieutenant Parviz Jafari, reported seeing a smaller object separate from the main UFO and approach his jet. When he attempted to fire a missile, his weapons system failed, forcing him to retreat. Both jets regained full function once they distanced themselves from the object. A U.S. Defense Intelligence Agency report on the incident concluded that the UFO's movements and the equipment failures were unexplainable. To this day, the Tehran UFO incident remains one of the most credible and mysterious UFO encounters. One of the most disturbing UFO encounters occurred on December 29, 1980 in Texas. Betty Cash, Vicky Landrum, and Vicky's grandson Colby were driving near Dayton when they spotted a diamond-shaped object hovering in the sky, emitting intense light and heat. Frightened, they pulled over to observe the craft, which seemed to be surrounded by military helicopters. After a few moments, the object shot into the sky, leaving the witnesses shaken and confused. Shortly after, all three began experiencing severe symptoms consistent with radiation exposure, including burns and hair loss. Betty Cash suffered the most, developing serious health issues. The witnesses believed the military was involved and attempted to sue the government for their medical expenses, but their case was dismissed. The Cash-Landrum Incident remains a controversial case in UFO history, raising questions about government secrecy and the potential reality of extraterrestrial encounters. On September 27, 1989, the quiet city of Voronezh in Russia became the site of one of the most bizarre UFO sightings ever reported. Several children claimed to see a large glowing object land in a park, and from it 3 tall humanoid beings with 3 eyes emerged along with a robot-like companion. Witnesses described the creatures observing the area before returning to their ship and disappearing into the sky. The incident was reported by TASS, the official Soviet news agency, giving it a level of credibility. Investigators later claimed to find physical evidence, like burn marks and strange imprints in the park. While skeptics question the details, the Voronezh UFO incident remains one of the most mysterious and well-known UFO cases in history. On the night of March 13, 1997, thousands of people in Phoenix, Arizona, witnessed the most massive UFO sighting in the history, known as the Phoenix Lights. Late in the afternoon, residents reported seeing a series of large V-shaped lights, silently moving across the sky, or a triangular formation. The event attracted widespread attention, with many witnesses, including military personnel and government officials, documenting their experiences through photographs and videos. The Arizona Air National Guard later attributed the lights to flares from a training exercise, but this explanation was met with skepticism. Witnesses insisted the lights moved in a way that flares typically do not, with some even describing a massive craft blocking out stars overhead. Among the notable witnesses was Governor Fife Symington, who initially dismissed the sightings, but later acknowledged seeing the lights himself, stating they were larger than any aircraft he had ever seen. Despite various explanations, the Phoenix Lights incident remains one of the most famous UFO sightings in history, sparking ongoing debates about extraterrestrial life. With each of these 6 mysterious cases, it becomes clear that UFO sightings are more than just a few isolated events. From close encounters to mass sightings, the UFO phenomenon remains one of the greatest mysteries of our time. What do you believe? Have you ever witnessed something you couldn't explain? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed watching, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay tuned for our next videos. Until next time, stay curious.